the dump yesterday, actually, and I got the last of it going into the truck now. But it looks like I got enough room to get a little more in there. I haven't taken this wall down yet, so I'm gonna go ahead and do that. Fatty's a little hungry, so I'm gonna start up my smoker. I got a new smoker. I've never smoked before, I don't know what the hell I'm doing, but we're giving it a shot. Applewood. So this episode's gonna be half cooking show, so a double treat for you guys. Anyway, we're gonna try smoking a couple of ribs on my new smoker. First time smoking. I've grilled ribs before, but you know, I'm a novice beginner, don't know what I'm doing, so they weren't that great. I'm using Smithfield extra meaty, extra tender ribs, pork ribs. Got them off the black market. But first thing you're going to want to do, you want to take that membrane off. Easy way to do that, as I learned from a YouTube video, is taking a butter knife, get yourself, go down one of the bones, get yourself started, then you'll be able to get started and pull her all off in one big motion. If not, that's okay, you can get the rest of it after the fact if you got to. Just trim it up a little bit, be good to go. So I'm partially following this recipe that I saw from a guy on YouTube. It's got a Jack Daniels recipe. I figure if nothing else, I can get drunk while eating it, am I right? Yeah. Since I don't have the same spices as he does, I'm just kind of substituting my own. As he says in his recipe description, you can do that if you want. And as I'm doing this, I got the smoker preheating to a good 250 degrees. Then apparently you just want to pound that in there. Now that I got some food going, let's get back to taking this wall down. Kind of wish this thing would just hurry up and take itself off, you know? Like I Dream of Jeannie or something. Oh, I can't believe that worked! Should have been doing that the whole time. I love coming out here when it's all raining out. Look at this shit. Look at this. Woohoo! Muddin'! Yeah, got a 4x4 truck! Yeah. Let's go see how my ribs are doing. So, when you're checking the ribs, apparently you're supposed to squirt it with this Spritz that he makes here. It's 8 ounces of Coke, 2 ounces of Jack Daniels, and a pint jar of ice. What does that mean? Just ice? So basically we're going to spray it with Jack and Coke. 2 ounces of Jack. A little more. Now we're talking. 8 ounces of Coke. And you know what else? Now we're talking. Apparently this is an excuse to keep it from drying out. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to do is make this Jack Daniels BBQ Glaze. I don't have one of the ingredients though, so we're just going to skip it. We'll see if it's important. 8 ounces of brown sugar, which after a little Google search equals to be about a cup of brown sugar. 2 ounces Jack Daniels. 2 ounces of pineapple juice. Pineapple. Bam. A little bit more. And then we're just going to mix it all up. Alright, so we're 2.5 hours into the smoking process. I've taken them off, as you can see. And this is where I really derail off of the recipe that I'm following. Which, by the way, there'll be a link in the description down below if you'd like to check out that video, i.e. Recipe that I'm trying to follow here. We got ourselves some aluminum foil, as the guy says if you watch the video. Alright, these are ready to go back on for another 1.5 hours, and then we'll move on to phase 3. So I got some cheesy potatoes going. I've never made cheesy potatoes, so I had to get a recipe online, and I freaking screwed up and only put 1 cup of sour cream, and it calls for 2 cups. So math has been incorrect. I've been drinking Jack Daniels. Sorry. But there's still like 12 minutes left before I have to take the ribs off. But the frickin' what do you call that? Cheesy potatoes are almost done. So I'm just gonna go ahead and cut it short and go ahead and take the frickin' ribs off. Move on to phase 4. I think it is, right? Bought these frickin' fancy ass gloves from Walmart. Come in pretty handy so I don't burn my hands taking the meat off. Look at that. We double foiled it, by the way, so the bones don't stick through the foil. Now in this portion of the video that I watched, or the recipe that I'm following, he actually puts on the little glaze concoction that he makes up, which is actually what I put on in the tin foil. Aluminum foil. Aluminium. But I'm actually going to smother it in some Jack Daniel's BBQ sauce. Give it a little bit of a sweet and spicy. I'm hoping for a little bit of a sweetness with a little bit of kick. A little punch. We're going to drench it in this barbecue sauce on both sides. A little more on there. Yeah, oops, that's a little bit too much. Is there such a thing? I don't think so. All right. We'll throw these babies back on there for about 15-20 minutes and then we should be ready to eat. Potatoes are done. Let's go check out the ribs. Man, I almost slipped and fell on the ice. I would have slipped my wrist if that would have happened. Drop the ribs in the frickin' water. Oh, that would piss me off. Look at that, like scratched my frickin' arm. Let's see what we got. Pretty much just gotta dig in and see how we did, right? Oh, it falls off the bone. We don't want that, do we? It's just too tender. Mm-hmm. That's a pretty good rib. Sorry, this episode kind of turned into a cooking video. Apologize, so we'll get back to the renovation in the next episode. Look at this thing. I freaking came out and about slipped off my stairs one day. So I got some bricks to replace. Then just now, I was putting my freaking ribs away. I hear a loud bang. I guess I don't have an ice dam anymore. Well, freaking house is falling apart.